Hello guys, welcome back to a new Boom Beach video. Today I'm going to be jumping in to Mega Crab on my level 70 account. Now I went through some stages as of this morning. I got to stage 16, which isn't very far, but I'm just going to do some attacks on boosted because I want to see how well I can hit Mega Crab on boosted. Now I haven't played Mega Crab seriously in a very long time, and this is not my season I start playing seriously. And the reason mainly comes down to time. Mega Crab takes up a ton of time. I'm sure you guys know how much time it takes up if you want to push. It takes about 4 hours if you want to, for me, if I want to try hard. There are players that spend literally probably 12-hour days over the course of the weekend trying to level up and seeing how far up they can go, which is absolutely insane. Kudos to those players, but that's not me. I cannot spend that much time on Boom Beach. So remember, if you guys haven't watched my my haunted Mega Crab review, remember every 5 stages we get a new Gumba ability. So right now we have a shield, a crystal shield, and then every 10 stages we get a new stage boost, which is always pretty cool. And also we have these haunted mortars, which hurt tank combinations a lot, but I think it might hurt bombardiers and heavies even more. So if you're not using tanks, I would recommend using tanks. Tanks all around, just a really good Mega Crab troop to use. I just bring tanks with bullet. I don't even bother with medkits, simply because medkits aren't that good. Or medics, not medkits. I feel like they're overhyped. A lot of people use them in the past using a T-med combination, but ever since I started pushing up on my low level account, I haven't found a need for medics. I just like having the extra damage tanks bring me. Because if you think about it, if you can store 2 tanks in each boat, which I wouldn't really recommend using tanks unless you can store 2 tanks in each boat. If you can store 2 tanks in each boat and you want 3 boats of medics, that's 2, 4, 6 tanks you're losing out on, which is a ton of extra damage. And I honestly just don't think it's worth it. Medics also don't really heal that much. The stuff you have to be worried about are cannons and boom cannons, and medics really aren't going to be able to counter those or help you defeat bases that have higher level tanks or boom cannons, or higher level boom cannons or cannons, not tanks. But there we go. Stage 16 drops a very nice easy hit. You might be wondering why I have 39 out of 40 attacks. Well, apparently if you're in Boom Beach and you have started an attack but haven't dropped troops yet, and you close out of your game by hitting the power button on your phone, apparently it breaks it and you're not allowed to go back and finish your attack. So that's how I lost an attack. Nothing serious. I would be pretty disappointed if I was pushing and that happened, but I'm not pushing, so it's really not that bad. But these little guys right here are the issue. These are scary mortars. Now, scary mortars are just like regular mortars, except when they fire, you guys probably know this already, it casts your troops into disarray, and they'll run all over the place, very confused, kind of scared, one might say, from the scary mortars. So, honestly, one of my least favorite things, another thing that's really bad is the little taunt towers. We don't have them this Mega Crab, but some Mega Crabs will have the little Dr. T taunt towers and your troops will run to it. And I would much rather have the scary mortars than the taunt towers. The taunt towers, honestly, just really suck. They're very hard to attack bases that have them when you're higher up. You know, down here at a low level, if a scary mortar hits your troops, it's like, whatever. I can handle a scary mortar, that's not a big deal. But as soon as you get higher up, it becomes a big deal. Like, it gets really hard to take down bases that have scary mortars, which they all will, or have the taunt towers, which we don't have this Mega Crab, but we do have other Mega Crabs that have them. And whenever we have them, it's really hard. Really hard Mega Crab. This is stage 17, and my tanks are still going very strong. Now, honestly, at this level, I can use pretty much whatever combination, but a smoky combination and be fine. To prove that, let's change up my combination, and we'll see what we can do. What should we use? Ooh, I kind of want to use mechs. I'm going to go 4 mechs. We're going to go 2 grenadiers and 2 bombardiers. Now, we don't have a lot of damage because grenadiers don't deal direct damage, but I have a feeling it's not really going to be an issue. Of course, it has to be this base. Okay, it might be an issue. A base that has a ton of shield generators is really going to suck. And on top of it, we have building health 100%, which is going to make it pretty difficult to take out. Cool. But look at this army. That looks so sick. I love mechs, but I've said this before, I think Scorchers are a better option than mechs. Though when you have 8 mechs, and you only use half your boats, see if you guys can hold, let's activate a hero. If you can hold 2 mechs in a boat, I would recommend using mechs. They are a lot of fun to play with, but if you can only hold 1 mech in each boat, it's not worth it. So you need maxed out landing crabs if you want to use mechs, is what I'm basically telling you guys. I have noticed a very big difference. If you can only bring 8 mechs, your entire attack is going to be screwed because that's not enough to get stuff done. Mechs don't really have that much HP, but if you can hold 2 in each boat, that's pretty much like double the HP of each mech, which brings them up to the old Scorcher HP. This base wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, and I haven't really lost that many troops. I lost 3 mechs and 1 bombardier. And the grenadiers are actually helping me a lot here by taking down some of the defenses in the back. A couple shield generators, which speeds it up, and some other defenses. So sick. I really am enjoying this combination. I really need to use this combination more. I made a video where I used mechs and bombardiers, which turned out to be a very good combination, but I'm wondering if grenadiers is even a better combination. There's really no way to test my theory, but by using it over and over again and getting a grasp on how good it is, how good the combination is. Okay guys, please take down the shock launcher. Good. I was hoping the shock launcher wouldn't fire on my troops, on my bombardiers, and it didn't. So that's good. Okay, we're gonna take down some of the cryo bombs in the back. It's so funny attacking this stage. This would be a stage I would exit out of the game. I typically, if I'm full boosted and I'm pushing, I would just drop tanks, drop bullet, exit out the game, come back in, and the base would be destroyed. But now I'm wondering if tanks is even the best combination to do that, because this combination works pretty well. You know, the bombardiers, anytime you have bombardiers, your combination just levels up. You know, I love tanks, kind of, not really. They're easy to play with. Don't really take a lot of skill. I love tanks, but they're just not as good as bombardiers. You know, tanks are a A-tier troop, and the grenadiers are an S-tier troop. When I made the tier list, I even leveled up the tanks. I don't think I said tanks were A-tier. I'm pretty sure I said tanks were B-tier, because that's still kind of how I feel, because they're boring to play with. But any troop combination where you can bring bombardiers, super good. So, I don't know. I think exiting out the game is risky when you have bombardiers. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, to speed up attacks, if you drop your troops and exit out of the game, come back into the game, the attack finishes just like your troops are going to walk. Of course, you can't use gumbo energy if you do it that way because you'll be skipping the attack part. But it's kind of fun when you're just trying to clear your map and you don't want to take down 50 NPC bases. You can just exit out of the game after you drop your troops. You might lose 1 or 2 troops. Honestly, you'd probably only want to do that if you have instant training. If you don't have instant training, it's definitely not worth it. But I am gonna try my best to support my troops on the left-hand side, even though we have no bombardiers. It's definitely the quicker way to defeat this base than trying to take down this massive clump of stuff. The scary mortars over there, not gonna be fun to attack, and I already lost all of my tanking units on this side over here. My main goal is just going to be to support my grenadiers. It looks like... Oh, I was wondering why my troops are walking backwards, but it's because the scurry mortars were hitting my troops. And also we have the flying critters, the bats. It looks so cool. And mortars will actually not hit the bats, so that means scary mortars are not gonna be doing anything against little bats. So. Man, if I had one boat of bombardiers on the left-hand side, that would be so much better. But it's nice because I can just bring back some of my grenadiers that died on the left-hand side over here. Using... Oh, that's sick. Look at this. The flying critters going to battle, flying across the chasm. That's really cool, but I don't know why they're targeting these buildings over here and not these. A little bit of work needs to be done. And also, a little bit of support by me needs to be done for my troops, because my troops are getting fried. I really need to protect my grenadiers, my bombardiers. It's okay if my grenadiers die, but if my bombardiers all die, that's not good. I only have 2 bombardiers left. Come on. This is not good. I only have 1 bombardier left. Oh man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to defeat this base. My troops are still looking strong, but this, the initial split of my troops really hurt me and really set me back. We're gonna heal up my grenadiers. There's not much I can do now. Like, how am I supposed to support my troops right now? My mechs, I'm pretty sure, are all gonna die as soon as I come closer to these boom cannons. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this. If my mechs can stay alive, I think I'll be fine, because now my troops are targeting the core, and we have some mechs over there that all the splash damage is hitting. So, oh, yeah, we'll be fine. Okay, so it was a very close battle, but in the end, the mechs and bombardiers and grenadier combination ended up working out for the better. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like as always, as I try to hit Mega Crab on boosted on my level 70 account. So I hope you enjoyed. Please drop a like. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.